Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Coffee, where in today's episode, we will inquire into some set photos from the behind-the-scenes look at the Rise of Skywalker. Then, we will investigate if those settings match up with the most credible leaks from the film, and finally, we will converge these set photos and leaks to see if it's truly legitimate. That's today here on Star Wars Coffee.
I have spoken.
Hello there to all of the returning subscribers, but if you're new to the channel and you're just finding me for the first time, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button on this video and any other video from the channel that you check out, and be sure to hit that notification bell so that the bell is completely filled in, as this is the way you will never miss a new video the second it goes live.
Do it.
Before we go any further, I would just like to throw out a spoiler warning for anybody who doesn't want to know anything further about The Rise of Skywalker, as there will be some plot leaks from the film in this video, so consider this your spoiler warning. Okay, so we've been getting a lot of press from The Rise of Skywalker. We've been getting a lot of new cast interviews, a lot of new promos, a lot of new set photos, a lot of new promo photos. And within the realm of all of that, I would like to take a look at one that we got some months ago. Specifically the Vanity Fair one, where we were getting the promo photos, but we also got a little over a minute, of the behind the scenes look of the cast filming some scenes on Pasaana, which is in Act 1, and specifically we're going to be taking a look at a very specific point in that, which I've screenshotted, about the necklace Rey is wearing at the Aki Aki Festival. Rey is given a necklace by people who are asking what her name is, to which she replies Rey, and when pressed further about her last name, she reveals that she has no last name. This, of course, being around Rey's neck, when Kylo initiates his force bond with her, is able to snatch the necklace from around her neck, giving him the location of Rey and her fellow Resistance friends, and allows him and the First Order to quickly close in on their location, giving us the sequence we've been continuing to see since the first trailer of Rey jumping over Kylo's ship on Pasaana. This photo continues to provide more and more credibility to this leak, as the more we see, the more the time goes by, the closer we get to the film, the more these leaks seem to be coming to fruition. Let us leaf through the portion of the Jedi Paxos leak that line up with these couple of photos and this claim that Rey's necklace is the true giveaway of her location in Act 1. Quoting from the Jedi Paxos leaks on Pasaana in Act 1, quote, "When our heroes arrive on the planet, they discover that a giant festival is going on. This festival is apparently identified by 3PO as the Aki Aki celebration and happens once every 42 years. We already know that the species seen on the Pasaana desert is called the Aki Aki, so that is likely a descriptor, perhaps not the name of the festival itself. What they thought would be an easy mission has now turned into a much more complicated affair. They attempt to lay low and to blend in. Unsurprisingly, Chewbacca struggles with blending in because it's very difficult to hide a 7-foot-tall Wookiee from prying eyes. Rey encounters an alien in the crowd who takes a liking to her, presenting her with a handmade necklace as a gift. She is asked her name and she responds, Rey. When asked for her family name, she replies that she does not have one. Jedi Paxos is being told that it's a child that gives Rey the necklace, and at this time, Kylo establishes a connection with Rey through their Force bond. According to my contacts, their interaction consists of the following: Kylo antagonizing Rey about her parents leaving her and selling her. He tells her she feels all alone and there is nobody who understands her except him, and to not quote from that, that is likely what we hear Kylo's voiceover, but I do, during all of the TV spots where he's walking out of the water from the Death Star 2 wreckage. Back to Jedi Paxos, quoting once more, their conversation ends with Kylo grabbing the necklace from around Rey's neck. This necklace proves to be the key to the First Order discovering their location. Kylo analyzes the necklace on his Star Destroyer and finds out where it's from. After the connection ends, Rey warns her comrades that the First Order is on their way and they must hurry to find Leia's contact. It is at this point that instead of finding their contact reveals himself to them after having spotted an old Wookiee friend of his out of the crowd. Rey travels through the crowd to warn her friends of the First Order's knowledge of where she is when First Order stormtroopers show up and ambush them. They are saved by someone in the crowd who escorts them to a safe area. It's Lando Calrissian. Greetings and introductions are exchanged, and Lando tells them of a dagger that may help them find what they seek. Many years prior, Lando and Luke went in search of the dagger that was owned by a Sith loyalist named Ochi. End quote of the Jedi Paxos leaks. This entire leak corroborates with this Vanity Fair behind the scenes, it corroborates with the Making Star Wars behind the scenes, it corroborates even with the official film clip that Star Wars official YouTube channel released of The Rise of Skywalker, where we get the "they fly now" joke by 3 members of the Resistance. And this connects to the very end of this when we see the First Order finding them, and it is at this point, instead of finding their contacts, they find Lando, and they are saved by First Order stormtroopers who show up and ambush them. They see that they have found the fugitives, they found who Kylo was after, and this is why the very beginning of that clip is, "We've spotted the fugitives," and that is why that they're right after them on Ochi's ship likely. And so that continues to connect even further into the plot than what we've seen. And to quote from that part of the plot leak we have already seen, specifically of that little 30-second clip, it really gives a lot more credence to the fact that this is continuing to prove to be not a vacuous display of just somebody's ideas of putting all of the trailers and TV spots together, because we've already seen that, and the idea that we've already seen that would be ridiculous considering all of these leaks have been coming out way before all 25 of these current TV spots. We've seen many of them now continuing to just confirm all of these leaks rather than saying that the leaks is what gave the credibility to the TV spots. It's not the other way around. It is specifically because we can confirm the leaks based on the TV spots. Because again, I keep needing to reinforce this as I keep seeing comments about people who say that all of the leaks are just people who are putting the pieces of all of the TV spots together, when in fact the leaks came out months and months before the TV spots began to surface. So that is an inaccurate statement. And to continue the validity of these leaks, specifically that 30-second clip and the Rey hopping over the TIE Interceptor, we have more from the Jedi Paxos quote that continues to confirm this. Quote, "Rey senses that Kylo is coming for her, so she takes off on her own to confront him and buy her friend some time. While Kylo and Rey are engaged, the Knights of Ren and the First Order head for Ochi's ship and our other heroes. Chewbacca splits off from the crew and attempts to delay the Knights, but is captured. The dagger is taken from him and he boards a First Order prisoner transport. Rey and Kylo both notice Chewbacca being taken captive and being brought to a transport during their confrontation. As the ship takes off, Rey shifts her attention from Kylo to her captured friends and begins to use the Force to stop the transport and pull it back to the ground. Kylo attempts to counteract this by pushing the ship away. Control over the ship becomes a battle between Kylo Ren and Rey. Much like their battle for Anakin's lightsaber in The Last Jedi, Kylo begins to gain the upper hand, which angers Rey. In her frustration, lightning shoots from her hand, destroying the transport ship and killing all of its passengers. Devastated by what she just did, Rey collapses. Some additional footage during reshoots has been added of both Kylo Ren and Rey's reaction to drive home the sense of shock and denial of what just happened. While all of this is transpiring, Poe, Finn, 3PO, and BB-8 get Ochi's ship in the air just in time to fly over to pick up a distraught Rey. With no Lando, no Falcon, no dagger, no Chewbacca, our heroes limp away from the desert planet. So that is the end of Act 1 according to the Jedi Paxos leaks, and we continue to see more and more TV spots confirming these leaks. For example, when Rey yells Chewie when they're all yelling their names in that TV spot, that is likely when that happens, or when Chewbacca gets captured, because as you can see, that's still on Pasaana. As you can see also during that 30-second clip, the First Order and the Knights of Ren are both on Pasaana, giving more credence to these leaks. And finally, we see the Knights of Ren. We also see the TIE Interceptor with Kylo, but during the Vanity Fair photo shoot there was no Kylo, but they were filming that sequence as we saw Rey running during that behind the scenes and on the featurettes that have been released. So we're continuing to see these leaks come to fruition, and this necklace really continues to give much more credible to the details of these leaks. Not just the overall plot, but the specific beats of the story continue to be more and more valid as we get closer to the film, because the more we see, the more we continue to confirm that these leaks really are accurate. That wraps things up for me here in this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. May God bless you and the Force be with you. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, and frankly, even if you didn't, don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to help spread the word, please give this video a thumbs up and tell your friends to subscribe. Please check out the official Star Wars Coffee merchandise, and don't forget to check out all of the content playlists on this channel, including The Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and much more.